One of the unique features of Limelight is its ability to lazy load content. Lazy loading means that we are loading the content of the lightbox after the main content of the page has already loaded, so we don't render block, technically speaking. So on this page here, we've got several things in Limelight lightboxes, and the only thing we've got on a page is our paragraph, and we've got the launcher bar for Limelight. So none of this stuff here. So we've got the whole of the Big White Duck homepage. We've got a 10 megabyte image that I've warehoused, and we've got a self-hosted video, which is the Limelight trailer, which is 48 megabytes. Now, normally, if you tried to load all that on a page, obviously it would take an age to load. But in this case, all that loading is going to happen after the user has seen the main content of the page, so the launcher bar and the paragraph. Now, obviously, it still takes the same amount of time to load, but in all likelihood, by the time the user has taken in the information on your homepage or whichever page it is, then all this stuff's going to be loaded anyway. If we look at each of the individual stacks, we'll see we've got a Lazy Preload checkbox, and that's all you need to do is turn that on. And for most things, I would say that it's probably better to have it turned on. There are cases where you don't want it turned on, the way the lightbox behaves, but generally speaking, it's going to save page load time. So this web page is going to load completely in the background. This huge image, again, Lazy Preload it, and the self-hosted video will automatically do it. We've got no setting for Lazy Preload because it will do it by default. It won't play the video until we open the lightbox, but it will load it in the background. Now, if you change this to YouTube and Vimeo, there's no lazy load feature because it wouldn't make sense because they're streamed services anyway. So we'll just go back to self-hosted video, and we'll see how fast this loads. So if I preview this in a browser, just because I've cleared the cache in my Safari, and there we go, that's the page loaded pretty much as it would do if there were no lightboxes on the page at all anyway. So we've loaded the whole of the Big White Duck website homepage, we've loaded a 10 megabyte image, and we've loaded a 46, 48 megabyte video. So if we now say look at that image, it's there on our page already. And I'm not suggesting you should load 10 megabyte images. This is just for an example. Our self-hosted video is there, and we'll start playing immediately. And here's the Big White Duck homepage, all loaded, ready to go. So, as I say, it's a bit of an unreal example, but it's an extreme example to show just how effective it can be. And the lazy loading demo site, and you can download this project file as well, shows this in action in a bit more of a real world situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to empty the cache on the browser so that we get a realistic view of it loading again. So we'll reload that page, and there it is. Now that has not only loaded this page, but it has loaded all the images on all these other pages as well, and there are a lot. Okay, so if we go to the ground floor page, instantly it's there. We haven't reloaded the browser. We've got all these images there. Restaurant page, more images already there. Second floor again, and the rooftop page. So you can see how fast it makes it. Oh, that same video is there as well. That's pulling it from Vimeo actually this time. So you can see how quick it makes it. And again, this is a bit of an unusual example, but it gives you a good idea of the power of lazy loading stuff in the background. And the other thing you will notice on this page, it says, what about the SEO? Well, all those pages we just saw are actual pages on this site. So here's the first floor site, first floor page. There we go, it's floor 1. We could change that to floor 2, and there's the second floor page. Now obviously they're loading fast now because they're already cached by the browser, but all these pages will still work if people go to them directly, so it's not messing up your site, and they've all got a menu item that links them back to the home page. And that's just in a Limelight visibility stack. So this menu here looks like the one on the home page, but will only show this back to home button if this page is launched outside of a Limelight. So when we go to our ground floor page now, we have no menu at the top of it. It's just the actual site menu. Okay, so that's a very brief introduction to lazy loading. I would urge you to use it wherever you can to keep your pages nice and fast, particularly if you've got a lot of content in a lightbox. If you've just got a few stacks in a lightbox, then it doesn't matter so much. The stacks content will support lazy loading. It's got a lazy preload button, but you should be aware that there's no way to stop the CSS and the JavaScript of any associated stacks from loading with the page. They will be loaded normally. It will only stop the HTML part of it. So again, it's there, but it won't make so much difference, but it probably wouldn't be so much of a problem with stacks content anyway. It's images and videos and things like that really that you'll get the biggest gains from. So I hope that's been a useful introduction to lazy loading in Limelight. It's just another one of the unique features of Limelight that I hope you find useful, and thanks for watching.